Good morning, guys. So you should be on day 3 of From Seed to Pine Tree. So hopefully this is Tuesday for you, March 31st. We're going to continue to read our informational text From Seed to Pine Tree. Today's video is going to be a lot shorter than normal because you are going to be doing most of the work today. I hope that you're getting used to e-learning. I hope that it's getting easier for you. Hopefully we'll start to get into a routine soon. I'm trying to make this super simple for you guys. So please let me know if you need help and I will help you. All right, so our learning intentions for today is I will be able to use what I know about how the text is organized in order to explain the life cycle of a pine tree. So yesterday what we worked on was identifying how the text is organized. And so we paid specific attention to certain pages in the text. And we have discussed that when we're thinking of text structure, we normally think of the entire text. Yesterday, we looked at specific pages. However, if we think about how the entire text is organized, one text structure should stick out to you, and that is sequence or chronological order. So today we're going to keep that in mind as we identify the life cycle of a pine tree. So our success criteria is one, I can identify how the text is organized, and I'm just going to add I can continue to think about how the text is organized because this is really going to help us as we continue to read today. I can identify the steps in the life cycle of a seed to become a pine tree. I can complete the life cycle graphic organizer, and I can answer text-dependent questions. So we're going to today read just one page of From Seed to Pine Tree, and then you are going to pick up where we leave off and continue to add to our graphic organizer. So today, as we read, we're going to think, what are the steps involved in a seed becoming a pine tree? And I would really suggest that before you complete the lesson, you watch the Brain Pop video reviewing sequence. Now it is Brain Pop Junior, but it does go over things that we've learned about this year, such as transition words, and I think that would really help. So before you complete the lesson, you may want to go over and watch that Brain Pop video on sequence. So we're going to go ahead and get into the text. All right, and so we are going to start today on page 6. Now, I know you already read this, but we're going to be reviewing this today just for the purpose of recording the steps of a seed coming to a pine tree, or a seed becoming a pine tree. So today as I read, I'm going to be 1, looking for those signal words, and then 2, thinking about what are the steps in a seed becoming a pine tree so that I can record them in my graphic organizer. Okay, so track along with me as I read on page 6. So the heading is called A Small Seed. So it says, a towering pine tree begins life as a tiny brown seed. Now I already see a signal word, begins, so I know that my first step is a tiny brown seed. I'm going to continue to read to see if there's anything else that the author is telling me that I might be able to include in that first step. So it says, the winged seed is protected inside a closed pine cone. In fall, the pine cone opens. The wind carries the winged seed to the ground. So I'm going to stop right there. So this whole first 4 sentences, so a paragraph, is discussing the life cycle, starting with this brown seed. So I'm going to go to my graphic organizer and I'm going to record step 1. And we don't have to write in complete sentences. We're just going to quickly take notes. And I'm just going to say tiny brown seed inside a pine cone. And I'm going to also add here that you could do this as step 1 or step 2. Maybe I'll add this as step. No, I'm going to keep it as step 1 because this is really still step 1. The pine cone opens and seed falls to ground. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to our text. So then it says, this small seed starts to germinate. So there's another signal word. We have begins, we have in the fall. So we can use time as a signal for our sequence. it says the seed starts to germinate. Starts would be a signal word. And we know germinate means to sprout because the author is giving us this clue here, or sprout, when temperatures rise in spring. A seed also needs water and air to begin to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the text. It says a seed starts to germinate or sprout. All right, we are actually going to do one more page together just so that you really have a good understanding of what we're going to be doing here. All right, so page 8, a seedling sprouts. So it says when a seed begins to sprout, the tough outer coat of a seed opens. I'm going to go get back to my graphic organizer again and write that. So it says that the outer coat of the seed opens. I'm still thinking about how the text is organized. I'm looking for those signal words. Soon. There's a signal word. Soon, tiny roots grow down into the ground. They take in water and hold the seed into place. Now, I think I can keep that as one step. So the tiny roots go into the ground and take water and hold the seed in place. So tiny roots grow down, hold water and the seed in place. All right, I'm going to stop here for this video. So when you open the graphic organizer, there are going to be more steps. There's going to be 7 steps in all that I have already done for you. You are going to pick up on page 10. So right here, read page 10, record 4 more steps involved in the life cycle of a pine tree, and then you're going to answer the text-dependent questions in Edmodo. So hopefully you've all gotten into Edmodo. If not, I will also put these questions in Edsby. I think Edmodo is a little bit more fun because you get your grade right away. In Edsby, you're just kind of messaging me the answers. So hopefully you've gotten into Edmodo. Please, again, feel free to message me with any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.